Namaste. And thank you for your presence. And this morning, I'm going to talk about spiritual accomplishments and mystical powers. The goddess Siddhidhatri is one of the 9 forms of the Hindu mother goddess Mahadevi, who is celebrated on the final night of Navarati. She fulfills all divine aspirations, and she is the mistress of all achievements and perfections. In this form, the goddess removes ignorance and provides knowledge for our spiritual advancement. She possesses 8 supernatural powers, or siddhis, which she may award to her devotees. However, Patanjali warns us not to be led astray by such powers should we develop them through the yogic practices of concentration, meditation, and absorption. Those are the last 3 limbs of Ashtanga Yoga. But put these powers to use solely for spiritual growth. Now we will discover our hidden powers that we possess for accomplishing our spiritual aspirations as we begin focusing on the breath and centering to increase our capacity for reverence, respect, and humility. All aspects of bhakti, or divine love. To honor the goddess, I've chosen Yoni Mudra, and making the mudra, start with the hands together, then open the palms, keep the sides of the middle fingers touching, and then wrap the ring fingers behind the middle fingers and bind the tip of the ring finger with the index finger. And the pinky fingers remain crossed. And then the thumbs are brought parallel to touch the middle fingers. So you have a kind of a woven nest of fingers here. And this form of Yoni Mudra evokes feelings of worship with the Divine Mother and enhances natural connection with feminine energies and the great mystery. This highly receptive mudra creates spaciousness within the mind-body continuum. So breathe in this spaciousness, this reverence, respect, and humility. All right, I guess it's time to move and stretch a little. Coming up to standing, we'll begin our movement and loosen up all the major joints and the hips and shoulders, starting with just some big sun breaths. So separate the feet about hip distance and look and see if the feet are parallel. Then firm the muscles in the legs, hugging them to the bones and toning the pelvic floor and abdomen so you have a foundation of steadiness. And then with your breath, lift the arms, inhaling till the palms touch. And exhaling, pressing the palms down to your side. And just following your own rhythm of breathing, move at your leisure. Taking as much time as you need to complete the inhalation and as much time as you need to complete the exhalation. Great. Next time the hands come up, interlace the fingers, turn the palms up. Very good. And then twist to the right side. And release to the center, twist to the left side. Lengthen all along that right side of the body. And release, and bring the hands now interlaced behind the head so the chest can open. Inhale, press the head back, lift the heart. And on your exhale, bring the elbows forward, the chin to the chest, stretching the back of the neck. Opening with each inhale for a little back bend. And closing on the exhale. Squeezing out every ounce of air before starting the next breath. Right, then release the arms, hold the hips, and circle the hips a few times, one way. And the opposite way. All right, and stepping to the front of the mat. Here, I'm going to turn this way. Step the right foot back and bend the left knee. Lean on the knee until you have your feet solidly glued to the mat. Then hold that with muscular energy in the legs and pelvis. Reach forward, the backs of the hands touching. Then inhale, lift and open the elbows, circling behind the head. And repeating, exhale forward and inhale, lift. You can bend and straighten the front knee as feels natural to you. Starting to loosen up the shoulders a little. Beautiful. And switch feet, right foot forward, left foot back. And take a moment to feel with the soles of your feet when you're steady and solid. And then use the strength of the muscles to maintain that stability. Reach forward and inhale, open the arms. Circling behind. And just flowing with your breath without pause between one breath and the next. Good. And now we're coming back to the front of the mat and doing half sun salute. So we're facing the front of the mat, arms at the side, and reconnecting with the breath, finding strength in the hips and pelvis to root the feet down into the mat so you can reach up tall with the arms. And inhale to the fingertips. Then exhale, fold forward, bend the knees, slide the hands down the legs. Inhale, bring the hands up to the knees, flatten the back. And exhale, fold forward again over straight legs. Soften the knees, press the feet down. Inhale, lift the arms, stand up, and touch the palms. Then exhale, rest the arms down and relax. Inhale, repeat. Sweep up and exhale, fold forward. So coming down, inhale up halfway, flat back. And exhale, squeeze the kneecaps as you tuck in the tummy, touch the mat. And inhale, lift up to straight back and hands touch there and release. Good, one more time. When you're ready, inhale, sweep up and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, folding. Then inhale, sweep up to stand tall. Legs strong, and resting the arms. Perfect. Where are we? And we're going to a low lunge. So stepping the right foot back, lower the right knee, and bring hands to the front knee. Add any extra padding under the knee if the floor is hurting. So there's no hesitation about pressing down through the legs. Root down with the strength of the legs so you can lift the arms. And relax the shoulders. Inhale, spreading the fingers. And exhale, integrating shoulders into the back, navel to the spine. Expansion on the inhalation and contraction on the exhalation. Now bring hands down, right hand under the right shoulder, and open, revolve to the left. Very nice. Again, expanding to the fingertips on the inhale and concentrating strength into the core as you exhale. And lower the left hand down. And start to straighten the left leg, stretching the hamstring. You may need to slide the heel forward some. Lift up the toes. Inhale, lift up through the heart, lengthen the spine. And with your exhale, squeeze the kneecap, tighten the tummy, and bow forward. Taking one breath at a time, gently stretch that hamstring. And release, step that left foot behind, and bring the right foot forward. Now, lengthen the stance, moving the left knee back. Press down through both legs. Use that core strength to stabilize. And when you're ready and balanced, lift the arms. Awesome. Breathing. Expanding to the infinite on the inhale. Contracting to the core, the navel on the exhale. Inhale, expand. Exhale, strengthen. Now bring the hands down. Left hand under the left shoulder. And the right arm windmills up to the sky. Broaden the chest, the shoulders, the collarbones. But maintain that strength and muscular energy in the core of the pelvis, hugging into the midline. And release, bring the right hand down and start to straighten the front leg. Lift up the toes and lengthen as you inhale, lift up out of the waist, straighten the neck. And on the exhale, tighten the tummy so you can squeeze, fold, and find that natural rhythm of breathing that helps the pose stay easeful. So practice asana with a steadiness through muscular energy. And the ease of deep, relaxed breath. And releasing the right foot behind. Curl the toes under for downward dog. Claw the mat with the fingers and lift up the knees, starting by walking the knees, moving the hips, just finding a comfortable stretch in the hamstrings, the back. Okay. And inhale, look up, step or hop to the front, and fold over straight legs. Now soften the knees, inhale, lift the arms, touch the palms. Exhale, rest the arms down. Alright, and fearless heart, namaskar. Inhale, lift the arms, and exhale, fold forward. Step the right foot back, lower the right knee down, and inhale, sweep the arms up. And come back to Anjaneyasana, and exhale, lower the hands, step the left foot back, downward dog. Good. You found your down dog. Now bring the shoulders forward, high plank. Inhale, strong core. And exhale, lower the knees, the hips, the chest, rolling down. And then roll the shoulders up into cobra. Rock heels side to side. And lower the chest down. And inhale, lift the hips, table pose. Curl the toes under. Press the hips back, downward dog. And find that natural rhythm for your breath. And look up, step right foot forward, and lower the left knee down. And when you're ready, lift the arms. And bring the hands down. Inhale, step the left foot forward to meet the right. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lift, stand. Touch the palms. Exhale, lower the arms. Okay, did that really well. Let's do another like that. Inhale, arch back. And exhale, swan dive down. This time, left foot stepping back first. Lower the left knee. When you're ready, lift the arms. And exhale, lower the hands. Now step right foot back, downward dog. Make friends with your breath. Now, inhale, bring the shoulders forward, high plank. And exhale, lower the knees, hips and chest. Inhale, curling up into cobra pose. Swaying a little like this. Slithering snake. And then lower the chest down. And inhale, push up to table pose. Curl the toes under. And another downward dog. A chance to reconnect. Integrate the breath into the pose. Now please step left foot forward. Lower the right knee down. And raise the arms when you're ready. Anjaneyasana. And lower the hands. Step the right foot forward to meet the left. Inhaling to a flat back, and then exhaling, folding over straight legs. Soften the knees, press the feet down to lift the arms, and stand. And rest the arms. Wonderful. Now, let's try warrior one. Stepping right foot back. Bend the left knee. Make sure the right heel can really press into the mat. So both feet are stable, steady. And then, with the ease of your breath, lift the arms. Relax the shoulders. Very good. So, having muscular energy in the core and the pelvis, holding the legs steady, gives you a lot more freedom to try variations of the arms. Now twisting, right arm forward, left arm back. And come back to the center and twist to the opposite side, right arm back, left arm forward. And then lift the arms once more over the head. Lengthening through the back leg, lengthening through the tailbone. And now bring the arms down into humble warrior, clasping behind the back or simply holding the back of the waist. Tuck the shoulder blades together. Pull the navel in and start to fold over the front hip, lifting the knuckles. Now lower the hands onto the mat. Step left foot back to downward dog. And take a nice stretch from the heart, pressing out through the hands and fingers, and from the hips, sending down through the heels. Really lengthen the whole spine as you exhale and stretch. And look up, step right foot forward, and left heel down with our warrior one stance. Come back up to stand, lifting the arms. Reestablishing that firm connection to the core. Muscles hugging to the bones, the legs like tree trunks growing into the earth with deep roots. Open the arms, shoulder height. Good. And then rotate left arm forward, right arm back. And to the center. And the right arm forward, the left arm back. Nice job. Lift the arms over the head, facing front. Taking the full stretch from the back heel up through the thumbnails. Really lengthening the whole spine so we don't feel any compression in the lower back. And then, humble warrior, clasp hands behind. And fold forward. Start to lift knuckles. Maintain that strength in the back thigh, so the back foot will press down and equalize the weight over the legs. And finally release, hands down to the mat. Step the right foot back to downward dog. Our old friend, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And inhale, bring the shoulders forward, high plank. Now, option to lower the knees or keep the knees lifted as you lower to halfway down, low plank. And curl the shoulders up. Press the tops of the feet down, upward facing dog. And roll over the toes and press back to down dog. All right. Look up, inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. And then inhale, hop forward. Keep the knees bent. Walk the feet close together for chair pose, squatting down with the hips, and then sweeping the arms forward, parallel to the ears. Inhale, expanding, and exhale, strengthening. Nice job. Good strength. I like it. Try lifting the heels, balancing on the balls of the feet. It might even enable you to get a little deeper to a toe balance here. All right, straighten the legs, fold forward, let it rest. Shake out the head, neck, hips, shoulders. Inhale, come up, lift the arms, touch the palms. And exhale, relax. Take a little break. Take a little water break. As we turn now to the side of the mat for a goddess pose. And turn the toes out at an angle, bend the knees. And squat down with the hips, lifting the heart, roll the shoulders back. Arms at right angles like cactus arms. And then chin mudra, touching tip of the thumb, tip of the first finger. Find the strength of the inner thighs to buoy you up on the inhale and to help you go deeper on the exhale. Now, if you want to try something fun, lift the heels one at a time until both heels lift like a dancing goddess. All right, that's great. Release it and rest the arms. Wow, that was a challenge. But while the legs are wide, we're going to fold forward, sliding the hands down the shins. Inhale, flatten the back, and exhale, bring fingertips to the floor. And this time for the forward bend, make the feet parallel. Lengthening on the inhale, soften the knees. And then on the exhale, crown of the head reaches to the ground. Good deep breaths. Now, turn the right toes towards the end of the mat and come to stand, warrior two. Inhale, rolling the shoulders back, and exhale, pulling the navel in to go a little deeper, strengthening the inner thighs. So you have a natural springiness, buoyancy. You're not just letting gravity dictate what the pose looks like. Awesome. You look beautiful. Now, from here, straighten the front knee, lift the right arm, and reverse warrior. So we're just getting into a little back bend. Now with the right knee straight, windmill the right hand over and down to the right shin into triangle pose. Lift the left arm and broaden the chest, rolling that left shoulder back. And then as you exhale, squeeze the kneecaps, lift through the pelvic floor. Make sure you have tons of strength in the legs. Straight and bend the right knee. Lift to warrior two. And to switch sides, you can do a vinyasa or just change the feet. The vinyasa starts with the downward dog, then to the high plank, low plank, and upward dog. Press back, downward dog, and left foot forward, warrior two. Inhale, lift through the pelvic floor, roll the shoulders back. And exhale, squeeze the inner thighs. Be fluid with the breath, easeful, and very steady in the legs. See if you can draw your shoulder blades a little more together on the back. So the arms open even wider. And then straighten the front knee and lift that arm up into a little back bend. And try not to collapse down on that back hip. Keep the rib cage lifting, the back ribs lifting. And now triangle. Trichonasana. Left hand to the front knee, shin. The right arm reaching up. Inhale, roll the right shoulder back. And exhale, squeeze the kneecaps, tighten the tummy. You've got it. Powerful legs. Easeful breath. And bend the front knee back to warrior two. And windmill hands down to the mat. Step left foot back, downward dog. And use the breath to stay connected to how you're feeling, how you're stretching. Being totally present. Inhale, bring the shoulders forward, high plank. And exhale, low plank. Lower all the way to flat on the mat. Bring the arms to the back of the mat. So reaching fingertips to the back of the mat with the palms face down. And inhale, lift the front of the shoulders, stretch the arms behind like someone's pulling you from behind. Option also is to clasp the hands behind the back and use that to help roll the chest up a little more. Good. Now rest and release the arms, chin to the side, heels may open. Now bow pose. Going to bend both knees. If you can, reach to one ankle, half bow, or hold both ankles, a full bow. Lift up the shoulders. Press the heels away to lift up the thighs. Great, and one more breath. And thank you. Release and rest then. Chin to the other side, heels open. Nice, deep, restorative breath. And slowly push yourself up to table pose. And let's see, up. Sit back to the heels, hero pose. Should stretch the fronts of the thighs, the quad muscles. And if you can add a little deeper stretch by walking the hands behind and lifting the hips. Press down through the toenails. Use the muscles in the feet and ankles. Or go a little bit deeper into reclining hero, going onto the elbows or the back of the head. Just find what suits you today. Trying to keep the knees, the thighs parallel. And I want to stay forever, so lifting up out of that. So we can go back to downward dog. Seems like the perfect counter stretch. All right. In down dog, please turn the heels to the right, balance on the right arm, side plank. Modification you can use may be to press the right knee into the mat. And bring the left hand down and press back to downward dog. Get your bearings, and then turn the heels to the left side, balance on the left arm, and reach the right arm up. And again, if you want, modify pressing the left knee down to help support the hips, or try stacking the feet for a little more challenge. And release the right hand down, back to down dog. And look forward, step the right foot to the front of the mat, and lower the left knee into, widen the right foot to the side edge so the right arm can come inside the knee. And walk the left knee back. We're going to stretch the hips a little deeper, bending the elbows as you exhale, but lifting through the tummy. So we strengthen as we stretch. Hug muscles to the bone. Inhale, get length in the neck and shoulders broad. Exhale, find that strength to stretch a little farther. Fabulous. You got the idea. Now, lift the chest, bring the right hand to the right knee, twist to the right, and open the right arm, reach it behind. Then, next stage is bend the back knee and bind that right hand to the left foot. Twisted monkey. Roll the shoulders back and open the throat to really sip in the nectar, the sweetness, the juiciness. And then release this twist. Go back to downward dog. Look forward and step the left foot to the front. Lower the right knee down. Then widen the left foot to the side edge. The arms inside. And move the right knee to the back as far as comfortable. So keep working the muscles in the right thigh, the core of the navel. So as you're stretching, you're also engaging those muscles. So there's some give and play, give and take here with the breath, giving you more spaciousness on the inhale to find length and alignment that'll serve you as you go deeper into the stretch as you exhale. And lift the chest, bring the left hand to the left knee, start twisting to the left. You can open the left arm if you choose, reach it to the rear of the mat, and bend the right knee to bind that hand to the foot. Wonderful, great. Lift the heart, open the throat. Take those deep, satisfying breaths that'll nourish you on the inhale. And find strength again on the exhale. And release the bind, untwist, step that foot back. Downward dog one last time. And you're going to walk the feet through and sit down. Staff pose, pressing the heels down, draw the lower back in, roll the shoulders up and back. You can use hands like kickstands behind to keep the lower back from rounding, and keep the head, neck, and trunk all stacked vertically over the sit bones. Now, lift up the knees, keep balancing on the sitting bones, but lift up into boat, Navasana. When you have the balance, you can try releasing the arms. Keep the breath going. Looking great. 2 more breaths. You got this. Last breath. And you did it. Good job. Lower the legs down and widen the feet to the width of the mat. And again, draw the lower back in. Move the buttocks back, the sitting bones apart, so you can come forward, up and over the hips. Tighten the kneecaps so the thigh bones, femurs, are coming back into the hip socket where they belong. And over a series of breaths, explore your stretch in the lower back. I try not to overreach with the arms where the shoulders tense up around the ears. Keep those shoulder blades drawing down onto the back. The armpits lifting up and away from the floor. And release up to a straight spine. Inhaling. And let's lift the left knee. Actually, it's time to really go on to the back. So let's go on to the back and recline. So we can take a full body stretch, arms overhead, toes away, wiggling, stretching, circling ankles, wrists, whatever needs release. Good. And now bring the arms down and hug the right knee into the chest, squeezing on the exhale and allowing more spaciousness on the inhale. Allowing even a generous amount of time for each breath. So there's no rush. This is a very sustainable practice. All right, now set the right foot down next to the left knee and open the right knee to the side, like you're in tree pose. The right hand can press that thigh down gently. And once you've felt that stretch, take this right knee, lift it up, cross it over to the left side of the mat, rolling onto the left hip. I like to put the arch of that foot right on top of the other kneecap. And then left hand to right knee for a little added leverage. But before you really take the twist too far, make sure you're reapplying core strength, pressing down through the outer left hip. And then release onto the spine. Good. And now lift the right leg up to the sky. Hold the back of the thigh. Make sure the head and shoulders can rest on the floor, and bend the knee as much as you need to. Over a series of breaths, try straightening the knee and stretching deeper with hands a little higher on that shin towards the ankle. Or some friends will hold the big toe while keeping the opposite leg flat. Use both hands around that right ankle or shin. Now bend the right knee towards the right armpit. So both hands on the right ankle or the right foot, half of a happy baby. You're going to feel that deep hip opener. And then let that leg rest down next to the left leg. Again, just realign everything straight. And then start to draw the left knee into the chest, squeezing and releasing. Inhale, expanding, and exhale, contracting. So there's no hesitation to the breath. There's no obstruction or restriction. And now we'll let that left foot rest next to the right knee and open the left knee to the side. The left hand pressing on the inner thigh as a real gentle assist in that opening. Now please lift the left knee up and cross it over to the right side. Tuck the right hip underneath and open the left arm, palm face up, so you can stretch through the left side of the waist. The left hip moving down and away, the left rib cage lifting up, so there's more space here in the left waist. Right hand can gently press on that left knee. And breathe into that left side of the lungs, and the waist, and the rib cage. And release onto the spine once more. Good. And lift both knees up. Walk the heels in, and lift the buttocks an inch off the floor. Bring the backs of the hands underneath and lower the buttocks on the backs of the hands. So you have a lift where you can raise the legs and invert the legs. And you decide how long to keep the inversion. If it's not comfortable and it's a strain to maintain, you release when you're ready. If you like inversions and it's safe for you to lift the hips, you can take the legs up and over the head into plow, holding the back of the kidneys. But you try and keep the chin up and the thighs lift up away from the face. And when you're ready to release, bend the knees towards the shoulders, hold the ankles or the feet, and roll gently down into happy baby. Ananda Balasana. After experiencing that bliss of this Ananda pose, bring the feet down, soles of the feet together, the knees apart into reclining cobbler. And find a comfortable distance for the heels away from the sitting bones so that you can have the natural curve in the spine. There's a little space here in the lumbar and the lower back. And we're still ramping down from our exhilarating practice. So enjoy each restful breath, savoring one breath for its full life, and then letting it go to make space for the next breath. And go ahead and extend the legs out in Shavasana. The arms at your side, the palms face up. And once more, spread the palms, stretch the fingers, and align the shoulders so the shoulder blades are under the back, flat underneath. And make sure you have enough clothing on to stay warm and comfortable. Begin to trustfully surrender into the floor as it supports you from head to toe. Let all your effort begin to dissipate now, seep out of your body. Your body can feel more comfortable and easeful, peaceful and calm. Tell you the legend around the goddess. When the time of the universe was just beginning, it was a complete void, full of darkness, no indication of the world anywhere. But then a ray of divine light, which is ever existing, spread everywhere, illuminating each and every nook of the void. This sea of light was formless. Suddenly, it started taking a definite size and finally looked like a divine lady who was none other than Goddess Mahashakti herself. the Supreme Goddess came forth and gave birth to the Trinity of gods, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. She advised the three lords to contemplate and understand their roles of performing their duties for the world. Acting on the words of Goddess Mahashakti, the three lords sat by the bank of an ocean and performed penances for many years. This pleased the goddess, and she appeared before them in the form of Siddhidhatri. She bestowed upon them their wives. She created Lakshmi, Saraswati, and Parvati, and gave them to Vishnu, Brahma, and Shiva, respectively. Goddess Siddhidhatri entrusted Brahma to take up the role as the creator of the worlds, Vishnu with the role of preserving the creation and its creatures, and Shiva with the role of destroying the worlds when it is time. She tells them that their powers are in the forms of their respective wives, who will help them perform their tasks. The goddess assured them that she will also provide to them divine, miraculous powers, which will also help them carry out their duties. Saying this, she bestowed to them 8 supernatural powers, in which they were named Anima, Mahima, Garima, Lagima, Prapti, Prakambya, Ishtava, and Vashitva. Anima means reducing one's body to the size of a crumb. Mahima means expanding one's body to an infinitely large size. Garima means becoming infinitely heavy. Laghima means becoming weightless. Prapti means having omnipresence. Prakambya means achieving whatever one desires. Ishitva means possessing absolute lordship. And Vashitva means having the power to subjugate all. Apart from the 8 supreme siddhis that Goddess Siddhidhatri had granted the 3 lords, she is believed to have granted to them 9 treasures and 10 other kinds of supernatural powers. The 2 parts, man and woman, created Deva and Devis, Datyas, Danavas, Asuras, Gardavas, Yakshas, Aspras, Bhutas, heavenly beings, mythical creatures, plants, aquatic, terrestrial, and aerial animals, Nagas and Garudas, and many more species of the world were born and thus originated from them. The creation of the entire world was now fully complete, full of innumerable stars, galaxies, as well as constellations. The solar system was complete with the 9 planets. On Earth, firm landmass was created, surrounded by such vast oceans, lakes, streams, rivers, and other bodies of water. All types of flora and fauna had originated and were given their proper habitations. The 14 worlds were created and constructed all together, giving the above-mentioned creatures places of residence to stay, and to which they all called home. Hrim Shrim Dum Durgaye Namaha. Om Hrim Shrim Dum Durgaye Namaha. Om Hrim Shrim Dum Durgaye Namaha. Om and salutations to the feminine energy, which protects from all manner of negative influences. Now, please start to deepen your breath. Begin to stretch and move through your body, awakening, and gradually rolling over to the right side in a fetal position. And waiting for your mind to become fully conscious, awake and alert, aware of your body, the room around you. And then please rise again into easy seated pose. Rested, refreshed, and rejuvenated. Ready to joyfully continue our day. So thank you for your presence. Thank you for your practice. And thank you for your feminine energy. Namaste.